alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll see Jameis Winston after his last game, now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Browns and the Monarchs, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
The folks here, they are bundled up, but they're ready for football as you get a look at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the London Monarchs and the Cleveland Browns. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Londoners, they get a stern road test as they come into this one after losing in London a week ago.
Yeah, the schedule makers gave them a pretty tough stretch here. I think we'll know early on whether these guys are ready to play.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw taken in by Miller. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Well, you get a look at their key inactives for this week's game, and Charles, clearly you don't want to have any of these guys unavailable, especially when you're where they're at fighting for a playoff spot.
I agree, because the postseason is on the line. So you've got to overcome the injuries and find a way to win. And the only way to do that, the guys available have to step up. What's that mantra in the NFL? Next man up. This is their opportunity.
The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. He's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might well go ahead and run it anyway, because that's your strength.
Great vision there by Lawrence as he scrambles for a first down.
Lawrence. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So roughing the passer call is accepted, and this officiating crew not making very many friends here with this crowd.
Yeah, we all know that everyone accused the officials of kind of playing to the home team, but not in this case. They're just trying.
And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Monarchs are on the board first here this afternoon.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and it's now a 7-0 game. So the drive there took 6 plays. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. So here come the Browns now for their first drive. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2015 out of Florida State, Jameis Winston.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with the receiver?
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18. Off the play fake, Winston. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. He's brought down in the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10. From the gun, Winston. He'll go right back to St. Brown. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. They'll throw again. Winston. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
I do believe we came here to see a game, didn't we? And it looks like he's running what we call routes versus air. You just go out there with your offensive unit and throw the football with no defense. He's 5 for 5 on the opening drive.
He was on his game there for drive #1, but my only thing is now he can't go any higher than that. He was so perfect. Can he do it again later?
Yeah, all he cares about right now is making it 10 for 10, 15 for 15,
Keeping that going.
and he feels like he can get it done.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
The end result, 21 yards.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these.
2nd quarter now, and it's London with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now it's Carson. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Picked up by Xavier McKinney. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 41.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Jameis Winston and company heading back onto the field now. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right? The body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Play action now, Winston. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Jameis to throw it. And he's got it. Touchdown, Browns. A.J. Brown. A 9-yard touchdown, Brown. And the Browns have taken the lead. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. That time a 6-play drive. And it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. London about set to take over on offense. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Over the middle, it's complete. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's Carson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Here's Lawrence to throw. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence again. A dump down to McKinnon. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now Lawrence to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And this defense definitely in his head there on 3rd down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
Here's Brett Kern now to punt this one away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Out of his end zone, Winston. He's got Njoku over the middle.
And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well, inside the 25.
Winston now. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. To throw, Winston.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And Charles got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Now Winston. And he can't escape, and down he goes. And they're going to speed things up here. After the sack on 1st down, Winston. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final play of the half here, Winston. He's going deep for Brown.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
We'll start with a little East versus West in the AFC. And it's the LA Chargers heading east to take on Buffalo. And those two are tied up as they play the 2nd quarter. Let's check on one final game for you.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon.
The Browns are going to get the 2nd half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Browns offense getting set to go to work here to start the 3rd. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's got some space here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. On play action, Winston. Over the middle, complete. It's Brown. And he's going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a short gain down to about the 33. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Winston. And his throw is incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Man open left side is Brown. Touchdown, Cleveland. A.J. Brown with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns go up by 2 touchdowns.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 21-7. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and that will bring up second down. This is Carson, and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They run again with Carson, and he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on third and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on third and 5, third and 6, third and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on third down.
Third quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10. A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 and the 36. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. A beautiful fake. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
On the option, a handoff to Carson. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the fourth quarter.
Ready, break.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Alert.
Draw play. Cohen. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2. Now third down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on third down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Lawrence will throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with fourth down.
I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Touchdown! A great effort there. 56 yards. And the Monarchs have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
When you're trailing in the fourth quarter, you got to take some chances you might not normally take, and here, that one pays off big time.
And you have to think to yourself, not only did that pay off big time for them, but what was going on the opposite side of the ball? They know that they have to take a chance here. They know they have to come up with something big, yet it still happens. So credit the execution, but wonder what the defense was doing.
Point after by Lambo, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. This one taken just inside the 10. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Cleveland offense making their way out. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Right back to him on first down. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. On 2nd and 9, Winston. Got St. Brown running the quick slant here. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Touchdown! 3 touchdown passes down on the ball game for Jameis Winston. And the Browns look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
That penalty is declined.
York now for the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So now Las Vegas down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on first down.
Here we go!
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Robert Quinn able to record his 5th sack of the season. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 2nd and long. Lawrence got a man and he hits him in stride. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. On 3rd down, Lawrence. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Down 2 scores. I guess they felt like they needed to go for it. They must have thought they had a play to dial up that they could get it. Well, it didn't work out.
They must have thought, as you pointed out, they had a play, and they were probably looking at the number of possessions that they thought were left in the game. And down 2 scores, they must have felt like they couldn't risk not taking a shot here and giving up that chance.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Winston here to throw. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Winston keeps it himself. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Browns have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. And they wasted no time right down near the goal line, and they just sneak it in.
Just do what you need to do. Big guys going up front. Have the field general, the leader, just fall in behind him.
Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. On first down, Lawrence. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Now they got to get to the line quickly to try again after the sack. Lawrence. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big. They just sent their receivers out and let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out-athletes everyone else and makes a dramatic play.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. And now they're in the hurry up. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Winston on 3rd and 2. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They're looking to throw this. Winston. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. From 6 yards away. And the Browns up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. So it goes from a 3-score to a 4-score lead here in the closing moments of the 4th quarter. And whether they got that bonus touchdown or not, it's been a pretty impressive performance.
And they did it with not much time left. But they took what little time was on the clock and used it well, didn't they? Put a real exclamation point on their win with that score.
Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. London about set to take over on offense. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game.
He's got him in, complete. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. In trouble, and he's taken down. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. Another try after the first down sack. Lawrence, a dump down to McKinnon.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now Lawrence on 3rd and long. Trying to lay one up deep. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll kick it away for the second time. But he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Browns, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Seattle Seahawks come to town. Meanwhile, for our visitors, it's another week with more questions than answers as they fall to 3-9. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals.